Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming back on over to watch another YouTube video for We Go Podcast, WEIGO Podcast. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share all the wonderful things. So I'm being ambitious today. This is the first of, I said 4, but maybe 3 videos I am going to put out today. Y'all know I've said it before. I'm trying to figure out how to get videos done in between my driving and maybe just giving y'all some videos in the car. But these are some of the things that I seen. I was going to say come across my desk like I'm a newscaster, but these are some of the things that I've seen happening out in the interweb. So I wanted to talk to y'all about them. First of all, can we please talk about Vanderpump Rules? I'm going to do a separate review of it. I know that I'm 2 episodes behind, but we know where we are at this point. So I'm going to start with episode 3. But I feel like the tide seemed to be turning, and people are slowly but surely getting sick of Ariana. They're not necessarily Team Tom, if you will, but I think they're getting sick of Ariana. And I thought about it because there was a point when we were seeing Ariana all over, and I was like, here she go again. And I was talking to my friend about it, but then I realized in my mind, if I right now was to be given all of these offers, um, whether it was because somebody cheated on you or whether it's because somebody saw a video and liked me and was like, oh, I want to give you this offer. I want to give you this offer. I want to give you this offer. I would take advantage of them and be, you know what I mean? I would take the offer, especially if they were things that I've always wanted to do. And what I don't see is Ariana is not out there saying, I've been cheated on. Give me these offers. These offers have been given to her. And it seems to me outside of the show, right? Let's forget the show that's airing right now. Before the show started airing, all we did was see her taking advantage of the opportunities she was given. So she was on Dancing with the Stars. So we would see her during the week. She was offered different commercials. So it wasn't her doing anything. It was her just taking advantage of opportunities, but people are just getting sick of seeing her maybe. So I had to look at it that way. For me, I felt like she didn't deserve any snark or wrath because she's been given these opportunities. And again, at first I was like, here she go again. But then I was like, wait a minute, if that was you, would you want people to respond to you that way? She's literally getting ready to go from a couple, bills that were split, mortgage that was split, you know, all of this stuff, to having to take care of herself. So yeah, she's offered work. She's going to take the work. So I don't know. How do y'all feel? I just feel like that's part of it. Again, outside of what you're seeing on the show, I'm just talking about seeing her in the ads and the commercials, and people are getting sick of her. But I'm like, but it's not her. She's offered these roles. Is she supposed to not take advantage of the opportunity? I don't know, but let's talk about it. From Reality Blurb. Headline: Scheana Shay hints Ariana Maddox is self-absorbed post Scandival. She never asks how anyone is doing and returns less and less texts. See how else Ariana has changed as Ariana reacts to ego claims. Scheana Shay believes Ariana Maddox has changed in the near year since Tom Sandoval's sordid affair with Rachel Raquel Levitz was first revealed. Following the latest episode of Vanderpump Rules, Scheana explained how Ariana is different post Scandival, as Ariana defended her alleged ego and Sandoval slammed Scheana over her disgusting podcast episode with Shahs of Sunset alum Nima, in which his past encounter with Rachel was discussed. I don't hear from her as much. I'll say that. She returns less and less texts. I know she's more and more busy, but I've seen a change in her, Scheana admitted on the February 13th episode of the Pump Rules After Show, which I told y'all should check out. She never asks, I don't think, how anyone else is doing. As for Lala, she said that while Ariana, along with Sandoval and Katie, rarely asked about her, that wasn't something Ariana made a habit of before Scandival broke. Meanwhile, James, who noted that Ariana has more confidence post-affair, said that the two of them often ask one another how they're doing. That's my friendship with her. It's, how have you been? We just check up. Like, it's different for you guys. In her own segment, Ariana pointed out that what's changed about her is that she's working far more. I don't understand how working jobs translates to my ego or my personality at all. Getting up and going to work. Don't most people get up and go to work? She asked. I don't know what that means. I don't think I'm any cooler than I was before this. I don't think working hard is something that typically gives people a big A ego. I really took inventory and was like, I have to work my effing A off. I want our sandwich shop to be successful. I don't live some glamorous life, and I don't think I'm any cooler. I'm not. As the Pump Rules cast moved on to Scheana's podcast with Nima, during which Nima claimed Raquel told him she wanted to hook up with Ariana. So I remember this episode. I listened. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Uh, text about my dryer. My dryer kept cutting off while my comforter was in there, but so I asked Corey to look at it and fix it. Sorry. But I remember that episode. So Scheana had Nima on. I don't know if y'all watch Shahs of Sunset. Nima said that Rachel told him that she wanted to hook up with Ariana. So they got into some of those things on the podcast. He also said that Sandoval and Ariana were in an open relationship per Rachel. Sandoval said the episode was a classic example of taking things way too far. The entitlement to put stuff like that out there. First of all, I never said that, and I believe Raquel that she never said that. But also, I would understand or I get having him on to talk about that or to address that specifically. I get that. But it was the other things that were talked about that were really hurtful to Rachel. Like she's practically begging for it and all this stuff. All these things that were necessary and hurtful and embarrassing and humiliating. Sandoval went on to say that Scheana's interview with Nemo was effed up. It's disgusting. I feel like the let's hate Tom and Raquel because a fashionable trend. I'm going to read it exactly as what he said. It's disgusting. I feel like the let's hate Tom and Raquel because a fashionable trend, like making merch about it, people trying to outdo each other with salacious details about new information about the Tom and Raquel affair. The fact that they monetized off it actually made me feel better about it. It's just business. But then having them go on other people's podcasts where they're not getting paid, that effing hurt. While Sandoval didn't appreciate the episode one bit, Scheana said she only had Nemo on her show to clear her name of false rumors after she was accused of protecting the former Shah's star. He's not in this world anymore, and I didn't want to drag him into our drama. Once he saw how much hate I was getting online, he offered to do my podcast to tell the truth, and that was the point of it, she explained. Scheana also stated that at the time she believed Raquel was in treatment and didn't think she'd hear it. As far as I knew, she was in a mental health care facility with no access to social media or a phone. So my first question was, how did she even hear it if she's in this facility? Why would they, as she's working on her mental health, allow her to listen to a podcast that could be damaging? And then that made me question if he was even telling the truth. I didn't even know if I believed what he was saying, but in the chance that he was telling the truth, obviously, that was never my intention. This whole thing is really getting messy. At the end of the day, it was between Tom, Ariana, and Raquel. I understand that the friends outside of those three were affected. Scheana saying Nima came on to clear her name. I mean, a lot of people were getting dragged, right? I don't know. It just seems like a lot. As far as the ego thing, again, I stand by what I said as far as she's getting these offers. She's supposed to say no because I don't want people to think I have an ego. I do agree with James. I do think that her confidence is higher post Scandival. It seems like she's radiating being herself. I don't know that, like I said, I reevaluated why I was feeling the way I was feeling after months of continuously seeing her like, wait a minute, she's just doing what a lot of other people would do. So what do y'all think? And do y'all think that Scheana is trying once again to make something about her? You know, I used to be like, why are people getting on Scheana? Scheana is not like that. She has a good heart. I can see how Scheana herself can be considered self-absorbed a little bit. Like, even if it does affect her, like what your friend went through was really like major. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about it. Moving on. Let's talk about real fast, child, another breakup. They say Larsa and Marcus. So Marsa, Larcus. They say that they are back together, refollowing each other on Instagram, and that they were seen together on Valentine's Day. The two were seen waiting in line at a florist shop, and they were also seen going to her place. Both parties looked pretty happy in the pictures of the outing. So it seems they're on the mend. Of course, this could also mean they are full on back together. They are said to have left with 1 or 2 dozen roses. So was it a publicity thing for whatever reason? Was it a true argument that just went too far? People are saying that it was because Marcus wants children. So we shall see. I think the reunion has already been filmed for, the reunion has already been filmed for Miami. So we'll see if Marcus shows up on the next season and see if they stay following each other. But I just wanted to throw that out there real fast. Kim Zolciak. According to Page 6, Kim Zolciak tries to sell Cartier love bracelet for $5,000 on Valentine's Day amid Kroy Biermann divorce dire debt. Kim Zolciak wasn't feeling the love on Valentine's Day. Page 6 knows that they are shady. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum tried selling her Cartier love bracelet on Instagram Wednesday for $5,000. Zolciak noted her bracelet was a size 16 and added, up close, no filter. Child, I don't believe nothing she say about up close and no filter. I feel like she would even filter a bracelet. I'm going to need to see that in person. The former reality star has the white gold version of the iconic piece, which currently retails for $7,900. You know, I've always wanted those for years. I said I was going to buy me one. I don't know. I just really like them. I like the simplicity of the look. And I said I was going to buy one. So if y'all want to donate to the fund. Zolciak, 45, has been trying to unload some of her pricier belongings as she and her estranged husband try to get out of their crippling debt and simultaneously divorce. At one point, Zolciak even created a separate Instagram account where she would promote her luxury items that were up for grabs, which included some of Biermann's designer duds. Just last week, the Bravo celebrity also sold her skincare line, Cashmere Collections, to a nutrition company. However, the price of the sale was not disclosed. So I didn't know that. Because remember her last season, sorry, I just hit my desk with my computers on. Her last season on Atlanta, she said that her skincare line was making a lot of money. So it looks like she just sold it to a nutrition company. I would be really interested in knowing just how much she sold it for. Like, did she make a lot off of it, or did they get it for a steal because they felt like she'll accept anything because she's in dire consequences? I really want to know how much she sold it for and who she sold it to. So if it's not already been sold and y'all are interested in a used Cartier love bracelet from Kim, she was only selling it for $5,000. And the pictures are up close and no filter. No filter and her don't even go in the same sentence. Y'all, let's talk about Porsha real quick. Y'all, I thought I did the video, and then when I went to my notes on videos, I keep separate emails. I was like, oh, I was intended to make a video yesterday, but y'all, I came home. Corey was out working late again. I came home, laid face down in the couch, covered up. When I tell you, it was such good sleep. When Corey came home, he woke me up. He was like, I didn't even want to wake you up, but I had this wild craving. Y'all, don't laugh and don't judge me, for Dinty Moore beef stew. No, I do not eat the meat. I warm it up and I take the meat out. I throw the meat in the trash and I put a little bit of A1 steak sauce and a little bit of ketchup in it. But he knew how tired I was. He came home. He fixed it for me and woke me up. He was like, man, I didn't want to wake you up. But y'all, when I tell y'all, I was gone. So I didn't get to make the video. But Porsha is returning. Are y'all excited? I know Carlos King did a video asking, can Porsha save season 16? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think any one person on a ensemble show can save a season or ruin a season. However, I do think they could affect the other people in either a positive or negative way that can in turn affect the entire season. I am excited because people are talking about Atlanta. And listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I had always liked Porsha, knowing how she was, knowing she wasn't always innocent. I wasn't blinded by that smile and big booty. I knew that she wasn't always innocent. She got on my nerves on the girls trip for sure, because we could see her little games. And then her show, of course, showed other people who may not have seen that side of Porsha. They had no choice but to be confronted with that side of her. But she's coming back. She signed a deal with NBC Universal for scripted shows. I believe she's the first one in history to do that. So good for her. I'm looking forward to Atlanta to see who's cast and who is filming. Let's talk about Salt Lake City. According to Heavy.com, Lisa Barlow responds to Whitney Rose's claims she's the Salt Lake City season 5 villain. Production is underway for The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 5, and Whitney Rose has already predicted that Lisa Barlow will be the villain of the new season. We already have Monica's replacement. She's been here for 4 years. I guess it's not her replacement. We already have that person, Lisa Barlow. Lisa's always been the villain. You're an iconic villain, Lisa. You're a Salt Lake icon, Whitney said on the Vile Files podcast. Now, in a February 13th interview for Page Six's virtual reality podcast, Lisa is responding to Whitney's claims. Maybe I'm a villain to Whitney. I just think Whitney doesn't like the truth. I told the truth at the reunion and they showed the proof. For some reason, she's committed to painting me as this person that's like not self-aware. And listen, I understand my edit. I understand how Bravo sees me, but I'm very cognizant of people. I'm very aware of people. I'm very careful of what I say, even on camera, because I know the reaction and the snowball effect of everything, she shared. Like when she brought that gentleman to Jack Barlow's and her other son's, not Jack, no, I'm just kidding. I forget his name though. Their Fresh Wolf event, and she brought the gentleman that was supposed to spill tea on Mary's church. She's cognizant of, okay. So then you knew what you were doing when you did that, since you're cognizant of all that. Okay. Lisa went on to share that she reached out to Whitney directly after Whitney's Vile Files appearance went public, saying, I thought that was so weird that she was saying that. And I literally sent her a text message. And I'm like, I'm not your storyline season 5. That's not happening. I just had to do it one time. And she's like, you're not my storyline. And I'm like, keep healing, because I think she needs to keep healing. Ooh, child. The Vita Tequila boss also noted that she tries her best to keep the drama between the Salt Lake City cast rather than in the media, and thought that maybe another label would be more fitting for her. Girl, we've seen your tweets. Stop it. It's also interesting to me because I don't ever talk about my castmates other than to say, this is what happened. This is my perspective. I don't ever disparage them. So it was really interesting to me. Then I'm like, why are you talking about me on a podcast? We just went through the craziest season 4. Why are you bringing me up? And how am I the villain? I think I'm the accountant. I always come with receipts. Maybe she should rethink my label. Girl, that's going to be part of her tagline. I'm like an accountant. I always come with their receipts. Yeah, you had some receipts at the reunion, but one of them wasn't really receipting like you thought it was receipting. The whole thing about Monica calling Mary a B, it wasn't even about Mary. It was about Jen. Sorry, y'all, my phone is just going off. But so yeah, do we already have beef going into season 5 between Whitney and Lisa? We shall see. One last thing I want to talk about in this video, y'all. This is not Bravo related, and I promise you I better not see her on any Bravo franchise. Woman formerly known as Rachel Dolezal loses school job over OnlyFans accounts. I keep seeing things about OnlyFans, y'all. Is that a sign for me to start my Tiny Toes Teeth Gap? OnlyFans? Anyway, Dolezal, who now goes by, and I don't want to say the name wrong, but Nkechi Diallo, Nkechidiallo, sparked controversy in 2015 when she said she identified as Black despite being the daughter of 2 white parents. Nkechi Diallo, formerly known as Rachel Dolezal, was fired by a Tucson, Arizona school district after administrators learned of her OnlyFans account. We only learned of Miss Nkechi Diallo's OnlyFans social media post yesterday afternoon. Julie Farbarek, a spokeswoman for the Catalina Foothills Unified School District number 16, said in a statement to People on Wednesday. Her posts are contrary to our district's use of social media by district employees policy and our staff ethics policy. She is no longer employed by the Catalina Foothills School District. On Tuesday, NBC affiliate KVOA reported that Diallo was an employee at the Catalina Foothills School District and was linked to an OnlyFans account. The outlet noted that explicit images appearing to be Diallo were being shown on Reddit. An Instagram account with Diallo's name and former name includes several mentions of an OnlyFans page where she posts creative content and gives fans a more intimate look into my life for a $9.99 per month subscription fee. The link to the OnlyFans account includes the name Rachel Dolezal. According to district board meeting records, Diallo was now, remember, Rachel Dolezal is now, her last name is now Diallo. Diallo was hired as an after-school instructor effective on August 9th, 2023, reports the Arizona Daily Star. The contract would run through May 24th, 2024, and pay $19 an hour. Farbarek told the Daily Star in an email that Diallo was a part-time after-school extended day instructor for the community schools program, working with students in the K through 5 grade levels. She was also a substitute with Educational Services, Inc., our contracted substitute provider. Farbarek wrote to the outlet. Diallo was the center of controversy in 2015. She identified as Black despite being the daughter of 2 white parents. She later resigned as president of the NAACP chapter in Spokane, Washington, amid the scandal. It says a lot. I mean, she worked for the school system and still had to have an OnlyFans to help pay bills. I had, at one point, school teachers in my family. And I remember there was a point in my mind when I thought I was going to help educate children who were put out of regular school into alternative school. I worked at an alternative school for a year. And I just feel like everybody has to know what they're created for. And I know that I wasn't created for that. And I applaud the teachers and aides who are, because that was not me. But it just says a lot. I just recently saw a IG reel where it had the writing in the reel was, and I'm paraphrasing, but was something like, I'm an NFL cheerleader and I'm practicing basically the routine at my job. And you had a lawyer, you had you had a law school student, you had a teacher, and other professions. So basically it was like, wow, these cheerleaders don't get paid a lot of money, NFL cheerleaders. My cousin used to be a cheerleader for the NBA, and I know she didn't get paid like that. They all pretty much had jobs. So it says something, you know. I guess, well, she said it went against their policy. I wonder if she was just sharing intimate details of her life, but like not sexual. Would that have been a problem? Like, I don't know. Some people may pay to see her cooking at home, and some people may pay to see her braid hair, because I believe she braids hair also. There was just a story out about her last year. Somebody, and I can't remember who, was having her come to a rally of some sort and was going to have her braiding hair, and I cannot remember who. So she also braids hair. So I definitely think it's interesting. I wonder what she's going to do now. Maybe she'll put more time into her OnlyFans. So saw that story and was like, what? Rachel, AKA, she is now Nkechi Diallo. And I believe her husband gave her that name. Y'all remember when she was her ex-husband, he was a Black man. She said she was too Black for him. Girl, what a world we live in. Y'all, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I'm getting ready to go watch some more shows so I can come back and bring you some reviews. I just want to mention I am so excited, y'all. I'm recording. This is going to clearly go up now on a Thursday. And tomorrow is the Kempire After Dark live show in DC at Union Stage. I am so excited and honored to be a part of it. And if any of you are watching and are going to be there, I cannot wait to see you, and I hope to meet you. So I will talk to y'all in a little bit. Bye.